Skateboarding is something that, for most people, they grew up doing when they were like a kid or a teenager. They would get home from school and they got to, do their homework, do their chores, do whatever, and spend hours on their board. They got to grind out their tricks. They got to learn things over years and years, and they got to be able to get back up and didn't have to worry about bailing hard and doing something that would hurt them in the long run. I was not like most kids. I was a little bit of a weird one growing up. I was a bit different growing up. I liked to collect things. I liked photography. I was scared of getting hurt. I didn't want to do anything that could break any bones. It was a fear of mine. I did not really spend my childhood doing too much that was very risky. And so when I started skating, I did not start as a young spring hen. I started at the age of 22, which for most people they'll say, oh, 22, that's still really young. And 22 is young, yeah, but for starting something like skateboarding, that's kind of old. Most people, most channels I see that most people see on here, people that are like amazing at skateboarding, they make anything look like the easiest thing in the world. They've been skating for 10, 15, even 20 years for some of these guys. They have been at it since like day one, and that can make some of this stuff overwhelming and discouraging. If you've ever watched a video of someone trying to teach someone how to ollie or something, and you see them get on the board, just plink and do an ollie, and it just looks like second nature. And then if you go and buy a skateboard and go out and just step on it, you're gonna realize that's hard. The balance is weird. The thing wobbles. The wheels move. You try and pop the tail down and you're gonna slide out and you're gonna just bail and fall. People have a hard time just standing on a skateboard most of the time, just when they're starting out. It can suck when you see so many people that just look so amazing doing so many things and you can't even push. And that's why a little bit after starting, I decided I wanted to make a channel. I'm not a guy that started skating when they were a kid. I'm someone who was 22, who lived on their own, who worked a full time job, had to pay bills, and had to worry about being able to get to work the day after. And I wanted to make a channel for those people. For people who wanted to try it out and do hobbies and learn new things, but they had responsibilities, they had dedications. They couldn't spend hours on end doing stuff. They didn't have a dream job or anything like that. They were just normal people that wanted to get better at something. And I didn't want to just be known for one thing. I wanted to be a real person that has a lot of things I do. I don't just skateboard. I like to do photography. I like film. I like music. I like guitar. I have a lot of things I want to learn, and I only have so much time in a day, in a week, in a year to learn it. And sometimes just seeing my own progress can be a bit discouraging. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I expected to be at all by the end of this year. I had a lot of goals that I didn't meet in the slightest. But to be honest, just getting out there and putting up videos at the end of it makes me feel better. I've had a lot of days where I almost want to throw in the towel, but I get some little comment or something and it just makes everything worth it in the end. I don't have people in my area really that I can skate with. I don't really have many friends that want to go out and do things like skating or anything like that I know. It can be pretty hard to skate alone sometimes. You don't have someone to push you and make you want to do more, get out there and work harder on it. So it's hard to make yourself practice sometimes. But when you do actually get out there and practice, it's so relieving. It just makes you feel at ease and peaceful almost. It's a battle, yeah, but it's a battle you're doing for yourself and with yourself. And in a way, to me at least, I think that was kind of fun. That's part of what makes skateboarding so special to me. And just all the hobbies I have special. They're just things for me. They're my own little self improvement, my own little bubble I get to be in, this little community I get to just join and find a home in and try out, and just it's a little thing I can claim for me. Going into this, I didn't have any kind of script. I didn't know what I wanted to say or what I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to get one more video out before the year was over. And I had this one video in my mind. It was called When Bioshock Was My Only Friend by a YouTuber I like to watch called Nikki Jakey. And it just got me thinking about just this whole channel in general. Just everything that I'm doing in general and why I'm doing it, what I started out as, and where I want to go from here. And I'm sure you can already see the very obvious inspiration in just how this video is even shot and done. But the point I'm making is I don't want to lose sight of what this channel was, which is someone with a job, with responsibilities, with bills, that just wants to learn something and help maybe inspire other people in a similar situation to go for something that they've been wanting to do too. I still want to keep the format fun. I want to keep it fresh. I want to be able to get people that might not be interested into it. My old coworker said until he met me, he would never have considered skating or even wanted to look at it because the people he knew that grew up skating were jerks, and so that's just what he associated it with. So I want to be something different. I don't want to be an expert that's been doing this stuff for 10 years and makes it look like candy. I want to be a real person that doesn't always land the tricks they want, that doesn't always get everything done in the end of a video. I'm want to be I want to be real about it. I want to be a realistic person. And I just want to say thanks to all of you guys. I guess at the end of the day, just you don't know just how much you might really help someone out by just giving a bit of encouragement, putting up a comment, watching a video, or just doing something. My manager, he, man, like, bless that guy. He watches my videos and he was watching one on guitar and he said that watching me play and just be happy that I could do one thing just completely changed the way he looked at how he did anything. And I think about that all the time. That's the kind of thing that I want to do. That's what I want this to be about at the end of the day. The Skateboarding Made is about inspiring others that no matter how good you are, as long as you're making yourself happy doing it, it's worth it. It's been a crazy year. I've gotten more done than I thought I would, and I've also not gotten anything that I would ever have thought done at all. But I've at least made some good friends, and I've got a good few experiences. And I really want to keep this up. And I want to thank you guys too. I couldn't have done this without you. And I hope to be doing it again soon in the future. And I hope to be doing it a lot more in the year to come. So if you guys hold me accountable, I'll make sure I do my part. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. And thanks for being here. Whether it's a good day or a good night, toodle pip. I'll see you guys in the next one.